What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Spot Show podcast, an independent wrestling podcast with a few pit stops along the way. I, of course, am your host, Jim Minton Dicky Wabash, and joining me here today is someone that is filling in for the one-legged wonder, Michael Madrox, and he is here for a very good reason, because you see, last week, we set the world on fire when the question was proposed, what is the greatest generic independent wrestling theme of all time? Well, I get a phone call from this gentleman not long after we were done recording, as I'm wont to do throughout the day. Yeah. And we got talking about this, and I was like, brother, chill with these ideas. We got to bring this on the podcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, the 5'7" gift from heaven, the grizzled veteran, the MadBash Wrestling Baja World Champion, Oliver Cain is here to help us set up this bracket. Oliver, welcome back to the podcast.
Oh, it's always wonderful to be here.
I was thinking about this. You might be, because I'm thinking Dalton has been on a lot. Clayton was on like 3. So I'm trying to think, you may now hold the record as like the person that's appeared as a guest the most. So
yeah,
hell yeah.
That just means you needed to fill in, or I called in randomly on a day. What happens.
If you want to look at it that way, then you can go right ahead. I don't care. No, man. So as you called me last week after we got done recording, and you were genuinely curious because not only are you a part of the inner workings of MadBash, but you also are a fan of the podcast, and you were just curious, what'd you guys talk about? And I was like, well, funny you should ask. It's this topic. And then you just immediately started raffling off all these different songs, all these different artists, all these different ideas. And then you essentially booked yourself to come on here because you were like, oh no, I just have ideas and we need to get on here and just talk about it.
Yeah. No, you sent me and I was like, what about this? What about this? And you're like, oh my God, I forgot about that song. Oh, I forgot about that one.
There were so many that we forgot. So for those of you that aren't on the Patreon, on last week's paid show, I made the realization, Blind by Korn. Blind by Korn is a good one, and we didn't even put that on the list. Yeah. But yeah, so for those of you that do not know what we are talking about, maybe you didn't catch last week's episode, let me fill you in. So basically what we're going to do here, we are going to make a list of the greatest generic, that's important, generic independent wrestling theme songs of all the times.
I thought we were just doing like the 2000s era because we didn't really touch on a lot of older school ones.
I'm open to, okay. So I would be open to, because this is fast and loose, man. Yeah. We're still setting the ground rules here. So I'm still like, if we want to have this conversation, we can figure out where we put the deadline. But right now we're at about maybe like the early 2000s, maybe like 2000, 2001 might be the youngest song, or the oldest rather, that we have on here. And then maybe the newest song. I mean, we've got Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. That was like 2013, I think.
Yeah. I think we just like, because it'd be really hard to do prior to when we got into watching wrestling, like on the independent level. I did see a clip that cracked me up. It was like Paul Orndorff on at this Fed show, and it wasn't WWE, and he comes out to "You Can't Touch This," which is such a weird song for Paul Orndorff to come out to. But when it was like 91 or 2, so when the song was like hot. So it would just be like someone coming out to like a hot rap song now, but just sing, well,
it's Mr. like
wonderful
Hogan.
Paul Orndorff coming out to, "You Can't Touch This."
It's like, it's not as weird, but it's like Hogan coming out to "Eye of the Tiger." Like Hogan was one of the first people to have music, and that song was huge because he just came off of Rocky 3. So that's where we got to like really figure out what exactly this means by generic. Because in my opinion, if just because it's a popular song, in my opinion, that does not make it generic necessarily. Also,
Mhm.
let me explain a little bit here too. This isn't just walkout music. I'm
Okay.
talking about highlight packages. I'm talking about even songs that you're guaranteed to hear on intermission. I'm talking about generic independent wrestling songs so that when you go to an indie show, you are going to hear this song. And I hate to break it to you, one of your old songs actually made this list, and I got thinking about it, and I think I put it on there more of just a dig at you because I can't think of anyone else that ever actually used it. So
yeah, I like it on the list though because I want a dark horse to like if we're
yeah,
doing this, I want a dark horse in there to win.
yeah,
So I do. It's the Jay-Z Linkin Park, isn't it?
yeah. Jay-Z, Linkin Park. Which one is it? Lying from You, Dirt Off Your Shoulder.
What I was surprised is, if I remember correctly, you didn't have "Bring Me to Life" from Evanescence on there.
Oh my God! So we're coming out swinging right now.
How do you not have that one on the list?
I don't know, but we are going to put "Bring Me to Life." So before you're coming in hot and heavy right now, so let me just
I want to tell a quick story though about Hogan using "Eye of the Tiger."
Oh yes, I know that you probably have a couple.
That weirds me out, and I'm pretty sure. So in Japan, he used "Ravishing," a song by Bonnie Tyler. Well, it seems like on the wrestling album, I could be misremembering this. It just popped in my head, but the song that they give him that is called "Eye of the Tiger," I think is just a instrumental version of "Ravishing." So to me, it's like, we'll have to double check on that, but like I feel that's right because I feel like the, because it doesn't have the Eye of the Tiger and it's not Gonna Fly Now. To me, I think it was like, because a couple years back I bought the wrestling album and Pile Driver when they re-released them on vinyl. One's red vinyl, one's orange vinyl or yellow vinyl. Never opened them, but they were at like one of those internet, like whatever, national record
Like
day.
a bespoke website.
No, I bought it live. Like I bought it at a store, but it was like the national record day that they do. I don't know if they do it around here as much, but when I lived in Tampa, it was something. So, and I saw that and I'm like, I got to pick this up,
Yeah, there's a couple albums that I want specifically from a band that I really like. This is a tangent. They're called Sleigh Bells, and they released an EP called Kid Khrushchev, and it was only released on vinyl for National Record Day or whatever it's called. Yeah. So I have to I just got to pull the trigger on eBay and buy it is really all it comes down to.
One thing I really enjoyed about when I lived in Tampa is the flea markets, the amount of like records they had. I got I used to do soundtracks because soundtrack music to me in the 80s and 90s and 70s, the soundtracks were, like a part of popular culture and the live stream. And I actually found a Super Bowl shuffle record. So I was like, I got to buy this. But
that's hilarious.
I got Eddie Murphy's record that has Party All the Time on it. And
hell yeah. So, man, soundtracks. You don't hear soundtracks much anymore, do you?
No, it's like they don't do it. You rarely hear, other than a musical, which it doesn't really, you rarely hear like songs that are created just for that movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, created just for the movie.
That's what
I thought you were talking about like releasing of a soundtrack.
No, I mean like that were like, how Will Smith had the Men in Black song.
Okay, that
Wild West, like songs that are specifically created. I think the last one I can think of is actually it's a song that I used this weekend, is that Vegas by Doja Cat. Because it was made for the Elvis movie. But I can't really think of any other songs that weren't.
What's the Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper are clearly sleeping with each other movie?
Oh, Shallow.
No,
on A Star Is Born.
Star Is Born, the one where Dice was her dad.
Yeah, well, they made like 5 versions of that movie. Like now, Barbara Streisand was in it with Chris Christopherson.
Yeah.
Now you're making me think they did that one for Joker. I think that was Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga about Lady. People use it a bunch on Instagram reels and shit.
Oh, I don't know the song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are we counting Bond songs? Because they always make a Bond song for every James Bond movie. I would,
but I mean, like back in the day, you would have like, yeah, I would do that. But when's the last time they've done like a? Well, they've done it. Never mind, because Billie Eilish, I think, had the last one, if I remember correctly.
maybe. I'm not honestly, I brought that up not being a Bond fan, so
Yeah.
it was just me. Like, I hope Oliver doesn't want to go into this topic.
No, but back in the day, like
Yeah.
even like how we were talking about the teen movies earlier, which we can get to later.
Oh, yeah, that was a
every
conversation we were having off podcast. Yeah.
it seemed like every movie had an original song for that movie.
Yeah. Dude, like I for the longest time thought that the song that's in all the American Pie movies, Laid, I think is what it's called. I thought that was made just for American Pie, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So
I like that Tonic song from the first American Pie, You Wanted More. Tonic has like a couple songs that I really enjoyed, like in If You Could Only See, and we're getting off. This is ADHD podcast right here.
This is what happens when Oliver comes on the podcast. You are guaranteed that it's going to be WADD, and we are just going to shoot the shit, and we're going to talk about whatever comes to mind. And you guys are also getting a peek into what our phone calls are like. Here's how codependent this man is. We are literally going to the same place. I'm leaving town. He's leaving his house. He calls me, and we talked all the way to the venue.
Well, I mean, sometimes you can't have those conversations around everybody, so you bullshit.
You got to car it, yeah.
Or you have ideas, and it's like, but you can't spell MadBash Productions without ADHD. So,
yeah, you can you? Damn, shit, you're right.
I had to find a second D, so that's why I found Productions.
Or studios. Studios, yes.
Studios too. There's another D in that.
Yeah. Oh my God, that one is getting posted whenever this podcast goes up. But anyway, so we are going to now get back on track here. So we have compiled a list so far, and basically what we're going to be doing over the next few weeks or so is adding to the list, subtracting to the list until we get it to a good number where we can bracket it. Now, in my producer's brain, I feel like a 16 song bracket isn't enough, but I feel like a 64 is too much. So I think a 32 song bracket is perfect.
Yeah.
I think perfect for 32. Find 32 of them. And I know that we have more than 32 on this list. So there's going to have to be a couple that are cut. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to run down this list, and I'm going to tell you, if you have any interjections, save it until after the list. But keep a mental note if there's a song that you think should be taken off, one that you think needs to be cemented and stayed on, because that's essentially what this podcast is.
What if I want more added? Should I wait till you spit off all the list?
Wait until we get done with the list, and then we'll start, because I've already contributed mine, which was on Page Show, which is Blind by Korn. Okay, so here we go. We're starting off right now. Okay, the first song that we came up with was Remember the Name by Fort Minor. Then we've got Headstrong by Trapped, Paper Cut by Linkin Park. Also by Linkin Park, we've got Faint, One Step Closer, Lying From You / Dirt Off Your Shoulder, Numb, Encore. Those are the two Jay-Z songs that everyone knows. Okay, then we're going to go into Jay-Z, just straight up Dirt Off Your Shoulder. Then we've got Hollywood Undead, and Young, Click Click Boom, Ladies and Gentlemen, Superstar, all by Saliva, Beautiful People and Personal Jesus by Marilyn Manson, Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus, Bodies by Drowning Pool, You're Going Down by Sick Puppies, Worlds Collide by Power Man 5000, Get Back, Ludacris, Let's Go, Trick Daddy, Radioactive, Imagine Dragons, Cowboy and Ba With Da Ba by Kid Rock, Hero and Monster by Skillet, Power and Stronger by Kanye West, Till I Collapse by Eminem, Kryptonite by Three Doors Down, may he rest in peace, My Sacrifice by Creed, Animal I Have Become and Pain by 3 Days Grace, Coming Undone and Blind by Korn, Down with the Sickness by Disturbed, 10,000 Fists by Disturbed, Break Stuff, Limp Bizkit, and then Evanescence, Bring Me to Life. So that's quite a lot of songs there. If there's going to be some that are going to be added, we definitely got to subtract as well, because we got to get these down to 32 is really what needs to happen.
I just feel about adding some, and then we look at, because I couldn't tell you what I didn't write them down to what we should remove. Do we have Let's Start a Riot by 3 Days Grace?
But God damn it, Oliver. We do not. We do not. We do now, though. We do now. Okay, here's a question. Here's a question, because Madrox and I were trying to figure this out. How many songs do we limit to one artist?
I don't know, because I have like a couple more Linkin Park, and quite honestly, I feel like if we're splitting them into brackets, we could probably have an all Linkin Park bracket.
No, hang on. Wait a minute. Hang on. Let me think about this one for a minute. Oh, does this feel organic? Yeah, I'm for it. Fuck it. Because if we're doing 32, we can split it into 4 different quadrants. One of them's got to be strictly Linkin Park. Mm-hmm. So we've got to come up with 8 Linkin Park songs, and that's easy. Yeah, that's easy.
Serious, because you didn't have Points of Authority.
Fuck. Okay, I didn't have Points of Authority. What version though?
The remixed version.
The remixed one. I will agree with you.
Which is spelled weird.
Yeah, it's no vowels.
Yeah. Authority. I was trying to find it, because when you started talking, we were talking. I went on like a, because then they have Bleed It Out as well.
Bleed It Out. That's older Linkin Park.
No, that's more recent.
Or that I keep getting new and old mixed up. I want to put Bleed It Out on there.
I mean, these are all, you know,
we're all just
finalists.
We're all just spitballing here.
Yeah.
Bleed It Out.
How many we got so far? Because
fuck.
I mean, just for the Linkin Park bracket.
Oh, just for Linkin Park. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, can we come up with more just Linkin Park, or do we include the Jay-Z Linkin Park songs? Because then that's 8.
I think Lying Away From You and the Lying Away From You with the Jay-Z, I think we should almost take the regular Lying Away From You away.
Really? I would do the other way around.
Because if we're going to throw the Jay-Z ones in there, which I think we could, and that's just because I use it as my theme song.
Yeah. Shout out to Donovan.
That's my one, selfish act. But I think,
because now that I really think about it, I think that I just had some confirmation bias with Lying From You, because that's one of my favorite Linkin Park songs.
And it's a great song, but it's
here's a little fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the Backyard.
Yeah.
Dickie Wabash. My name wasn't Dickie Wabash. It was Josh Ambition. My name was Josh Ambition. Came out to Lying From You.
Hell yeah.
Dirt Off Your Shoulder.
There we go.
So you and I have been bonded for life, brother. Okay, I'm taking Lying From You off. So that means we need one more Linkin Park song here.
Okay, what do we have as Linkin Park songs?
Paper Cut, Faint, One Step Closer, Points of Authority remix, Bleed It Out, Lying From You, Dirt Off Your Shoulder, and Numb Encore. Breaking the Habit.
Is that? I'm trying to think of my. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what's worth fighting for.
No,
okay.
I was trying to think of because I found a bunch when I went down to Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Because you had the one from Transformers, then you had the one that's like Burn It Down, or.
No, I was thinking of Bleed It Out separately.
Yeah.
Okay. So. What about Crawling?
That's definitely more of a recap video than it is.
But would you still consider it?
Yeah.
So are we going to lock these 8 in then?
Gosh, I feel like we found
Paper cut, faint, one step closer, crawling, points of authority, bleed it out, lying from you, dirt off your shoulder, numb encore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8.
Yeah, because I can't think of any. I'm sure I'll think of one once we get off the podcast.
Hey,
but...
we're not, these are not final. This is still going to be a very fluid list.
I'll check our text messages where I was spitballing like.
And then I had to tell you stop.
Because I don't think you have any POD on there, do you?
Jesus Christ, I don't. By the way, peek behind the curtain here, little inside baseball. Some of this stuff was discussed ahead of time and I had to pretend surprised. I legitimately forgot that you suggested any POD song.
Because you had Youth of the Nation. Youth of the Nation. It's not easy.
That would be the big one. Yeah.
School of Hard Knocks.
Is it Youth of the or Youth of a Nation?
I think it's Youth of the. I think the. I don't know. Hang on. We can check.
It's almost as if I got Google right in front of me. Youth of the Nation. It is the. Yeah. What other one did you say?
School of Hard Knocks. I remember that music video because they were like in tracksuits. And like one group was cats and one group was dog. Like they were like people with heads that look like that.
But to be fair, what new metal band from back in the day wasn't in tracksuits? White guys in tracksuits with dreads. That's all they were.
I can't do dreads. I did. I don't think I have any pictures, but at one time I twisted my hair to get.
I'm going to throw some wrenches in here. I'm going to start taking some stuff off.
Okay.
Because as much, we had a contribution from our friends at Jumping the Rail. Mindy suggested Teenage Dirtbag. I think that one.
I don't think that's generic though. I think you know one person who used it and they owned it.
And that's what I got to remember.
And if you ain't Nate Webb, you ain't Teenage Dirtbag. We all know that's Spider Nate Webb.
I'm taking Wheatus off. I'm also okay. Where are we at on just normal dirt off your shoulder? Not lying from you, but normal dirt.
Take that one off because I don't feel like. I don't feel like. I think it was more like Ludacris and Nelly style hip hop than Jay-Z.
You are correct, sir. You are absolutely correct. That's why Get Back is like. I think Get Back may be a lock. I think we keep Get Back on there. Is that what Charlie used? Right.
No, Danielle Cash used Move Bitch, and we had to not let her use it because.
Oh, okay.
Even though CCW was a little wild,
I was going to say in
we tried to keep the lyrics clean.
Yeah.
Even so, you always had to find a censored version. Like
okay,
my dirt off the shoulder, my yeah. You had different rules for different people.
Yeah.
Okay. It's only a family show for certain people. You know what I mean?
Okay, so we just took Jay-Z off, correct?
Yeah.
How we feeling about Kanye?
That stays on.
Do you think Kanye stays on? Do you think both of them power and stronger? And
I would add all of the lights.
God damn
it, Oliver. Definitely a song that people have used for entrance or definitely used for music video purposes.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, there was a bad joke. I said, that's not my favorite Kanye West song.
Brother, Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Actually, Through the Wire is my favorite. It's his first one, and it's always my favorite and always be great.
Well, when he goes to Waffle House, what's he have to do? Sip the scissor.
Yep.
Trapped, Headstrong.
That's Hall of Fame level.
You gotta lock that one in. Yeah. So, Oliver, we gotta start fucking taking God. And I know that we have plenty of time to do this, but like I'm looking at this, and it's like we gotta start thinking of what we take off. So,
the good thing is we've already trimmed the Linkin Park tree.
We've trimmed the Linkin Park tree, so
we can just ignore those. Now we got what?
So hang on, I can't math really quick. So we're doing a total of 32. So we only have 24 slots.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start making this separate list.
Okay.
So I'm saying Trapped.
That's a keeper.
Headstrong has gotta be on there.
Yeah.
And
I would put Evanescence, Bring Me to Life, gotta be on there.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Now, these are ones that, in my opinion, they're locked in. But if someone makes a valid enough argument, I would take them off.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. None of these are official. Man, you want to know another one that I think Down with the Sickness has got to be our next lock that we keep in. Because think about that song, man. I want that song to play in my everyday life. Like I want when I walk into a room, like before I walk in, and then
I have a song that's a question. This one,
yes.
Okay, I am for Down with the Sickness being a lock in. It's not a song that I particularly like, but I've heard it so many times. Game recognizes game.
And that's another thing too. You got to take personal biases out of this as well.
Okay. What about is it Edge or End of a Heartache by what's that band? Because Roddy used it.
In the Heartache, yes. In the Heartache.
Toxic used it. Tyler Black used it. I associate it with Tyler Black. And I feel like I know Roddy used it, but I feel like
we haven't even fucking talked about Kill Switch Engage. God damn it. They could be their own bracket themselves.
Yeah. I'm going to talk you into screwing this up, and it's going to be like 64 instead of 32.
Dude, if this turns into 64, I might unalive myself. I'm not even.
No, but think about that, man. You can use the Nintendo 64 logo in.
Stop, Oliver. Stop it.
Stop,
man. Okay, so I'm gonna put End of Heartache on the maybe list.
Yes, because I feel like because Tyler Black used it, and this was all respect to the OG, people started using it on indie shows. 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Gosh, now that makes me think this song does not go on the list, but it made me think of soundtracks and how hard soundtracks are to find on streaming. So there's soundtrack specific songs that are lost. But in Rocky Balboa, there was a 3-6 Mafia song called Head Bussin'. That you cannot find in streaming. Like you can find it on YouTube, but it's such a great song. And I think Cliff used it or Charlie used it at one time. Oh God, now that reminds me of another. We're gonna have to.
That's what we're doing here.
But I'm reminding of soundtrack special song or certain songs that you can't find because of like rights deals, like the Chili Peppers version of Roller Coaster of Love Roller Coaster from Beavis and Butthead, which is great. Yeah. And there's the Backstreet Boys and New Kids on the Block did a joint CD where they had their hits and then they had a couple like songs that they did together. And there's a song that calls Don't Turn Off the Lights. And it's a great song and you can't get it on streaming. And it sucks because I have to go to YouTube if I want to hear it. Much like they need to bring the WCW Slam Jam record to streaming, WWE. I know you have the rights.
Do it.
Bring it. I want Signerized. I want A Man Called Sting. I want Simply Ravishing. I want Ron Sim. I want all those songs. Bring them.
I'm cutting. I'm trying to host a podcast here. I'm cutting a couple songs, by the way.
Sorry. That's my one thing.
I'm
cut that and make that go viral.
I'm cutting 3 Doors Down, Kryptonite, and Creed My Sacrifice.
Yeah.
I'm cutting
because I feel like when people did the My Sacrifice thing, they were just taken from WWF or I don't know if they were E at the time, but which I preferred, honestly. I preferred the it's their band's called. It's the band that did Benoit's song. Our Lady Peace. They had a song. They did the Jeff Hardy one that used Our Lady Peace song for Not Enough. I like that one better than the My Sacrifice ones, but that's just me.
I'm putting in, I was talking up Disturbed a minute ago, Down with the Sickness, and I said I want this one to be my, just imagine this. I'm thinking this one. Here's what I want. This is what I want. I want this song to play every time I enter a room. Then I'm not talking about wrestling. I'm talking about it in my everyday life. I'm talking big spectacle.
I'm an Ass Man by Billy Gunn.
Erica Kirk sparklers going off around me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Superstar by Saliva.
Yes.
That's number 4.
Do you have Ladies and Gentlemen? Because if you do, I feel like we could cut that one. Because I feel more fed attached to that song than
I do have Ladies and Gentlemen.
Because I feel of the Saliva songs you have, that's the weaker one.
That might be the weaker one. I agree with you on that one. I agree with you. I'm cutting it.
Click, Click, Boom, and the other one over that.
Are we about to have our first double up on our final list with Saliva? I think we do Superstar and Click, Click, Boom.
Yeah, I used to use Survival of the Sickest by Saliva. That's a great song. But
I feel like I could just text Blake Reed and be like, what music did you use? What music did you ever use? Okay, Oliver, we're going to continue this list pumping on right along. But first, I just want to remind everyone that this is, of course, the Spot Show podcast. Each and every week, my friends and we talk about the wacky world of independent wrestling and everything in between. Today, we are really hitting that in between. I'm telling you. If you like what we're doing here, you can, of course, go on over to patreon.com/MadBash Studios. Back at the $5 tier, you're going to get this show early and ad-free, as well as exclusive shows. Over there right now, you're going to get an exclusive sneak peek of Redacted. And I think everyone is really going to be surprised whenever they find out what Redacted is. But here's the thing. I understand that you sometimes don't have the extra money. There are free ways to support us as well. You can, of course, go on over to madbashstudios.com. Find us on Facebook. Give us a follow. Go to the YouTube channel. Give us a subscribe. Go to your favorite podcasting platform. Leave us a 5-star written review. That is the best way that you can keep the microphones on and the envelopes full. You love to see it. Love to see it. And right now, if you're not on the Patreon, you are about to hear a word from our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by Venom Energy. Hey, we've all been there, and there's nothing wrong with admitting to it. Well, what I mean is that we've all hit that midday slump, and we all need a little push to get us through the rest of the day. Well, what better option to give you a pick-me-up than one of the wonderful flavors of Venom Energy? Venom is what gets Mad Bash through those long show days, and we know that it can do the same for you. I'm going to sweeten the pot a little bit for you, too. Yeah, come to our merch table when you see us at a show, and with the purchase of a Mad Bash Wrestling sticker or magnet, you get a Venom Energy drink on us. While supplies last, of course, so you better act quick. We'd like to thank Venom again for sponsoring this episode. Please consume responsibly. Not recommended for children under 18, pregnant or nursing women, or people sensitive to caffeine. Okay, we have started to compile our list of our locks. We have got Trapped Headstrong, Evanescence Bring Me to Life, Disturbed Down with the Sickness, Saliva Superstar, and Saliva Click Click Boom. We got 5. 3 ain't enough, man. I need 5. And we're just rolling here. I also want to point out as well, these songs are not locks, because I also wanted to spell this out at the top here. Oliver's not going to be the only contributor to this. We're going to be getting other people on here, and they're going to be contributing. Of course, Madrox is going to be a contributor as well. This is going to, and this is how stupid I am.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even consider March Madness. I was just out of the blue, like, let's do a bracket. And it just so happens March Madness is around the corner. So what do you know? All right, Oliver. I'm starting to dwindle it down a little bit of the songs that need cut. The Linkin Park songs are locked. We got Paper Cut, Faint, One Step Closer, Crawling, Points of Authority remix, Bleed It Out, Lying From You, Dirt Off Your Shoulder, and Numb Encore. This begs the question now, though. Obviously, Linkin Park is a special case because they're just Hall of Fame when it comes to generic indie music. When you were on a show from probably 05 to 2013, 2014, if there wasn't a Linkin Park song being used by someone, you were on the wrong show. You were on the wrong show. There's just something about like that rap rock sound that wrestlers love to use. So I feel it though. I feel it. But with that, Linkin Park is goated. They have 8 songs. What are we going to limit the other artists to?
I think if we're going for the maybe 2 or 3, maybe 3, like a special, depending. Because I think you could come back to it. I think there should be like 2 guarantees and then maybe a 3 if we can't fill the list out. See what I'm saying?
Brother, we're going to fill this list out.
Okay, well.
I think we're going to fill this list out.
Maybe we need honorable mentions because there's so many, but
there will be honorable mentions, yeah.
We need to have like a cachet of ones that we could maybe switch out and argue over that aren't 100% agreed upon by everybody.
So here's what we do today. I say we get 8 good ones locked in.
Okay.
I say we get
non-Linkin Park.
Non-Linkin Park, of course. So that puts us halfway through what our final gimmick is going to be here. Now, granted, I'm going to keep stressing this. These are, I would say, I keep saying locked. I would say they're doubly locked.
I would say the top 2. I would say the top 2 are locked. I think Trapped and Evanescence, those 2 are locked. There is no argument you could have against those, I feel.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start writing locked next to some of these songs. And that means that they cannot be fucked with. And I'm going to, as the grand fucking facilitator of MadBash Studios, I'm locking it down with The Sickness as well.
I feel like those 3, you shouldn't have anybody who's been on indie shows for more than 10 years or been watching them could disagree with you on those.
I was once on a show. This is a true story. I told the story last time where Down with the Sickness got used 3 times.
Like from different guys? Were they in like a stable or they
No, 2 different guys. But the 3rd time it was used pre-show, playing as the fans were coming in. Yeah. And when I tell you who one of the guys were, you are going to openly laugh. Devilish Dan Taylor.
That's great.
Isn't it great? It was in 2012. Him, Cliff, and Bennett all made like a random comeback. And he was one. It was just like, it was so funny. He had a hood it was so funny. It was so funny. The other person, I don't remember who came out to it, but I do remember he was one of them. That just
don't get me started on pre-show music or intermission music because
it all ties in.
Those are the most depressing songs nowadays on shows. It's so sad.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be.
Flow has good music. I'll tell you that. Flow around the Chicago area on the shows I've been, they'll play good pre-show music. I think his John or his wife help, or either John comes up with the playlist or his wife does. But it's because I heard "Simply Ravishing" by Rick Rude, and I hadn't heard that song not that unless I was playing it in the gym on my earbuds, and I was like, hell yes, But most of this pre-show and intermission music is so depressing. Bring back jock jams is what I say.
Yes, I'm all for that. Okay. Where do we fall on the early morning stoned pimp? I'm talking the KID. I'm talking Kid Rock.
Do you got Cowboy on there? Right?
Cowboy is on there. I've also got Baja to Baja.
I feel like those 2 got to make I don't know if they're locked, but
I'm not locking any more songs tonight.
Okay, but I feel like those 2 are guaranteed, as bad as it sounds.
Every guy with a cowboy gimmick had Cowboy by Kid Rock.
I would almost add. I know this. Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Oh my God, Oliver! Yes, holy shit!
There was an era where that song was everywhere.
Fuck, man. I'm not putting that on our full list yet, but
That's an honorable mention, at least.
Yes. Oh my God, you are blowing my mind here. You are blowing my mind. Cowboy Troy, brother.
Yeah.
Save a horse. I had that album as a kid and loved it.
But now that I say it, you can, because it made me think of cowboy. And if they didn't use cowboy, they used save a horse, ride a cowboy.
But see, that's the other thing too, is that we've also got to look at it from like this. Like, there's going to be gimmicks that like you can guarantee these are the songs that these people are going to use.
Mm-hmm.
I just remembered a whole ass band that we have not even talked about. Fucking Avenged Sevenfold. They fit the mold, man.
Yeah. The only song I know from them is like Backcountry and Hail to the King. And I know a lot of people used Hail to the King after Triple H.
A lot of people used Hail to the King. Yeah. We'll come back to them. We'll come back to them because I don't know if they're going to make our final game. Oh my God! So I'm not putting Big and Rich on our final 24 just yet.
No,
they
need an honorable mention. We have to have
full disclosure. There is a real possibility this turns into 64. I'm just saying, dude. It's almost as if because we're focusing. I said that this is more than just entrance music, right? So I feel like we need to start focusing on pre-show music as well. No?
I don't know. I don't remember. I feel like because I feel like if we do pre-show music, that's why I was like, we almost have to have the time frame between the 2000s and now. Because if not, Sweet Caroline, every fucking, like, that's Hall of Fame. Living on a Prayer.
No, I'm going to tell you where Sweet Caroline is in the Hall of Fame, and that's on Carnival fucking Cruises, because they, the people that work on the cruise ship, they love to sing Sweet Caroline. And there was this, so I'm gonna get a little.
Or they got a gun to their head. That's their part of their employment.
I'm gonna get a little vulnerable here with everyone, right?
Okay.
We went on this Carnival cruise, my family and I, right? And there was this string quartet. No, sorry, string. It was three of them, so it was a string trio. Oliver knows where this is going.
No, I was just thinking about how your brother bought your dad a pineapple shirt, and that.
Yeah, my brother did. My brother and I, we did buy our dad a pineapple shirt, and he had, dude, Tiger is the man. Tiger, he didn't know the gimmick, but listen, there was this string trio on there, right? Mm-hmm. And I absolutely fell in love with the cellist that was a part of the string trio. I would go to their shows all the time because they were legitimately fucking awesome. But my favorite part about that is I'm telling Jay Silva about it, and I take a picture, and I'm like, she's the one in the middle, and he goes, yeah, I would assume the cellist is the one playing the fucking cello, Josh. I was like, okay, fair, you got me on that one. But anyway.
To which I said to you, oh, you got a little lost and found thing going on. To which no one remembers that David Spade movie, so it was no sold.
Sometimes your cuts are a little too deep.
I love David Spade movies, man.
Sometimes your deep cuts can be a little
short
too
guy
deep.
with blonde, long hair back in the the late 90s, early 2000s. That was my guy.
It's almost as if you could relate to him.
Yeah, Joe Dirt.
Coming to work, Joe Dirt. All right, Oliver. I want to get to 8.
Okay.
To make the final cut, we need 2 more. But I'm also willing to cut as well.
Why do I feel like you gave me the Kid Rock ones? Is that like that's my demographic? Fuck you. Sorry.
How did I make that your demographic?
What about
Hey,
Kid
all
Rock?
all I'm saying is that I know what halftime show you watched.
Neither. I was at
I know.
Costco because no one was there.
Oh, that would be the time to go to Costco during the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
Dude.
We went grocery shopping because we didn't care about either teams, and me and my wife usually go grocery shopping on Sundays, and they were dead. So we were like, let's go do this.
And that was so smart because it's like, for me, it wasn't a political decision at all. I could give a fuck less about either halftime show. It was just like, I will say it is funny that Kid Rock got really defensive because he's like, I was not lip syncing. I was not doing it. It's just really funny to me. But
I haven't like I liked when the Simpsons or Fox used to have the counter programming. So you'd watch In Living Color back in the, that's how old I am. Or MTV had their own like Super Bowl show when it wasn't part of the Super Bowl.
halftime.
I remember watching us we used to go to the church like for a fun. They would like play football, basketball, like during Super Bowl Sunday in the indoor gymnasium type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it would Kiss was like the pre-show, and like but one of the guys in charge like put a thing blocking so you couldn't see Kiss performing. I'm like, come on, guys, like
that's
really?
funny.
But okay,
Knights in Satan's service, brother.
Yeah.
Where are we falling on Hollywood Undead?
I remember Gary came out to that song.
He did.
I think that's the only Hollywood Undead song I know, and I feel like they were hot for a moment, and I feel like it would have been overused. The sad thing is, like I said, this is just because we are Midwest area.
Yeah.
Because who knows what the songs were in the East Coast or down
brother,
south.
You know, it probably was 1-to-1. It had to be. There can't be that too much of a difference.
Like Mac 10 and Biggie, all that, Tupac, all that stuff.
Biggie Small will make you shit your drawers, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Hollywood Undead, I named a show after one of their songs. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little biased there with Hollywood Undead. Is With a Heavy Heart, though. I think both Undead and Young get cut.
Okay.
Because I don't think they're that generic. You want to know a band that I feel like should be generic, but I don't hear a lot of people using them, but I feel like, okay, maybe they were. I don't know. You would have been around during this time. So I was gone during this time, but whenever 21 Pilots popped off, why do I feel like their shit could have been super generic indie?
You know who you don't have, and I can't think of any of the names of their songs.
Who?
But a lot of people are using Muse. Muse was used a lot.
Oh, yeah. What about 30 Seconds to Mars?
Yes. That song, I don't know if it was used as a theme song, but it was definitely used in recap video or like in music videos or MVs as they used to be on YouTube back in the day.
Which one are you talking about specifically? Because I think I can't think of the name. The Bury Me song, whatever. Oh,
whatever
yeah,
the
that,
name.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of the song, but that song is
The Kill?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think they make the list though.
I don't
even think they make the auxiliary list.
I think they make the
I'm gonna put The Kill.
I think they would make the list more than Hollywood and Deadwood, in my opinion.
Okay. I'm gonna put The Kill. Oh my god. What are they called? What the AFI?
Yes.
AFI. I think we got to put Miss Murder.
Yep. I like their song Silver and Cold.
Yeah. I'm just going to put AFI Miss Murder. I don't think that any of the other ones.
That was like my 6-month emo phase.
We all had it. We all had it. Okay. So far we've got Trapped Headstrong, Bring Me to Life by Evanescence, and Disturbed Down with the Sickness. Those 3 are locked. They are going absolutely nowhere. Then we've got Saliva Superstar, Saliva Click Click Boom, and then Kid Rock Cowboy. We need 2 more for this, like the next stage. And I'm really thinking. We have a very weak rap presence on this right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm thinking though there's also going to be more people to help you get the rest of the other 16.
Of course.
So I mean, but I feel like the ones that we've already, you can't, those are number 1 seeds. The top 2 are number 1 seeds. You can't put them in the same bracket, I feel.
Yeah. So here's another exclusive. I'm thinking of doing a full-on draft, so that we can figure out the seeds. I'm thinking of doing a draft. I don't know who would be involved in it. We need at least 4 people, even though one of the people is just drafting straight for the Lincoln Park bracket, which might be you. Okay. I'm looking at rap right now. I'm just looking at rap songs. What about either Get Back by Ludacris or a Kanye song?
Oh yeah, give me.
Let's go. Let's go by Trick Daddy though.
Let's go. Okay, I want Stronger by Kanye.
Stronger by Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right. Was Guy Smith right?
I think so.
Came out to that.
And then him and Pixel Dan came out to All the Lights, which is a great entrance song.
Why do I feel like, but I can't do it because you've always been, I mean, other than Dirt Off Your Shoulder, you've been pretty like non-generic with any music that you've ever had.
I've always tried to find my own shit.
Yeah.
Or try to find my own
You have
vibe.
custom music, don't you?
Yeah. I don't use it as much. It's hard to be babyface with that music.
Yeah.
Like I tried, I guess the most generic song I've kind of used, but no one was really using it at the time, was Stranglehold.
Oh, yeah.
And sorry, I went down for a second.
Oh, no, it's all good. What was I going to say? It was something about your music. I'm going to get a little inside baseball here, and I'm not going to reveal what we were talking about, but you and I were having a conversation about music, and you suggested Janie's Crying, and I am still pushing for you to use that song somehow.
No, all my songs that I would find, like I did the Dirt Off Your Shoulder.
Yeah.
It was that CD was big, but that song wasn't used as much as Encore. Or the I have that whole I had to download that whole thing from Amazon Music. I'm one of the only people that uses Amazon Music. But let's see, the Down with the Webster song that I used in Ohio.
Yeah.
I used to use that. We used to use that. Our first I used Lap Dance as my very first song by no.
Nerd.
My very first song I used was Won't Back Down by Fuel from the Daredevil soundtrack.
I feel like that could be on the list.
Yeah, that's a great, those soundtracks, like Gotta Step Up and Get Knocked Down by Drowning Pool from the Punisher soundtrack is a great.
I just remembered a band that we have not even cracked the surface. Breaking Benjamin.
Yes.
Diary of Jane.
You know where I found Breaking Benjamin? There was this video game called Run Like Hell, and they did the entire like soundtrack for it. And it's like a song called Home, and it's like it's about Wizard of Oz. But you're in a space station that's getting attacked, and you got to figure out this stuff. But me and my buddy rented it and played it, and that's how we learned about Breaking Benjamin.
I'm gonna throw this isn't necessarily a Hail Mary. This is a little slant pass on the 2-yard line.
Okay.
For number 8 to go on here. I think we got a lock, not lock. I need to think of a different word instead of lock.
Yeah.
But I think we need to set in. We need to dummy lock. So locking it in means that we are not getting rid of it, but a dummy lock means that it can remove from the. We need to get a Skillet song on there.
Okay.
It's either. It's either Hero or Monster. It's got to be one of those two.
I want Rebirthing.
I will put it on our maybe list.
I saw Skillet live when my first wife was pregnant with my oldest daughter. That was
that's
the height.
Awesome.
That's the height of their powers.
They just did a concert. I'm not going to dox myself, but very close to me. And I was really upset that I didn't go. I think I'm gonna dummy lock Hero.
Okay.
Because I need a hero. Shout out to franchise Chris Halls. By the way, he
comes out to that song.
He comes out to that.
You said hero. I need a hero, and I was thinking of Bonnie Tyler from Footloose.
Okay, so Reb from Jumping the Rail suggested that because of Chris Hero, but I think they misunderstood the assignment a little bit because she suggested Teenage Dirtbag, like you said, Nate Webb, and then he was like holding out for a hero, Chris Hero, and it's like, but that's one guy though. That's one guy. Chris is awesome. He's as hot as it gets.
What is that?
I think we got our 8 to start off this pretty solidly. Just to give everyone a reminder here, these first 3 are locked. They cannot go anywhere.
I don't think you can argue against those. I don't think you can, because you would have to find 24 songs better than those 3, and I don't think you could
with these parameters. So, number 1, Trapped, Headstrong, Evanescence, Bring Me to Life, Disturbed, Down with the Sickness, Saliva, Superstar, Saliva, Click, Click, Boom, Kid Rock, Cowboy, Kanye West, Stronger, and Skillet, Hero.
Ooh, I got a hot take for you.
Oh, no.
Bring Me to Life is to the Daredevil movie, right? What End of the Beginning is going to be to Stranger Things.
Wow. I don't even necessarily know if that's a hot take. I just think that's just a bold claim.
Because I think that song's going to last longer because now that the series is over, except for that secret episode they're going to have, because they shit the bed.
Conformity Gate is coming, guys. Conformity Gate is coming.
No one talks about Stranger Things anymore.
No, not at all.
It's kind of like what happened with Game of Thrones. That last season of Game of Thrones completely, it's like one of those. Yeah.
I was the biggest Game of Thrones fan, still am to a certain degree. I've not even watched this new show that's on.
Well, and the thing is like when people get upset, fans, blah, 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 the fantasy book, they would be fine. If their fantasy book didn't line up, if what you did made logical sense and you didn't, it's like these people, oh, well, you really care, this, that, and the other. There's logic in each universe. Same thing with pro wrestling, thing with movies. If you have a certain logic that you have built over years, you can't just throw it away and then be mad when the people that has built through this lore is angry about it. Because it should go a certain way because of the logic you built. And if it doesn't go a certain way, it should still follow the logic of the universe.
I get that. I don't know, man.
I don't know why people just don't hire people that should be a job in Hollywood. I think it is, but it seems
a pulse checker to check the pop culture pulse.
No. I mean to check the it lines up with the lore of the universe.
The continuity. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you when Stranger Things lost me. is whenever fucking David Harbour is running uphill and 20 guys are shooting at him with fucking guns and he doesn't get a single bullet hitting him. And these are trained Russian soldiers.
Yeah.
That's plot armor.
They should have had that one chick shoot at him because she could take down all the soldiers, just some teenage girl.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Oliver, we're going to start to kind of wrap up here a little bit. This is fun. I know I said that this wasn't going to be the entire podcast, but what do you know? It turned into the entire podcast. So, we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled spot show shenanigans next week. We're going to take a week break from this. Maybe a little discussion about it, but everyone stay tuned. This is we got to at least get to March with this so that we can say that we did March Madness. And I'm telling you, I'm having so much fun with building a bracket. And I told Madrox this. We very well might be in our bracket era. We might be in our bracket era. I may do it. Like, I'm thinking of future brackets. Like, there was this discussion that Oliver and I wanted to have that we had the other day on the phone about movies. And I was like, man, we could make a bracket of that, like best teen movies. Because you were talking about how there's really no teen movies anymore. And don't start because we are at the end.
That'll be a different one. I'm just going to say I'm in my Sloppy Joe's bracket. That's
yes. Shout out to
Sloppy Joe's era.
Yeah. I just may have just worked on something for you that involves that I'm pretty happy with. But yeah, man, this was a lot of fun. Hopefully everyone likes it. I mean, it's a little entertaining. I didn't want it, to get too maudlin or anything, but yeah, we're halfway there, man. We're halfway there. We've got 16. We need 16 more. Of course, 8 of them rather. 8 of them are Linkin Park songs, and they're going to get their own quadrant because they're just goated. What if we did bracket busters and just like distributed all the Linkin Park songs equally amongst the other 4 brackets just to see them just run damage?
I think it's funnier just to have the Linkin Park as its own thing because it's like
I agree. Well,
because if you end up with 4 Linkin Park, then at the end, and then it's like, well, if we just kept with Linkin Park, which I love Linkin Park, but I feel like the top two we have are going to go to the finals. Because I don't think there's any song that could beat those two.
Depending on where they get drafted, though, because they could be the semifinals. You never know. Yeah.
That's the real champion. That's the real champion to me. If they go off, that's the real champion to me.
Well, you just answered my question. I was getting ready to ask you is that let's Cain Stradamus this. If in your heart of hearts, who do you think takes this? If you had to predict.
Headstrong. There's a reason you remembered that one. That was probably the first one that came to your head. Came to your mind. Headstrong is number one. It's almost like Headstrong is the Shang song where it's the champ and all the other ones are fighting to who loses to it in the finals.
Yeah.
To me, because there's nothing that touches that.
I think you're right. It's going to be a tough one. I think personally, Down with the Sickness could stand a chance. I'm just saying. But all I'm saying is that I feel like whoever gets the first overall pick,
they're going headstrong. They're going
headstrong. I feel like that's who goes first round.
You'd be a fool not to go headstrong. Yeah. Because it's at worst, third place. At worst, it's semifinals.
Yeah. And then even then, it could get taken out by something goated, and then you would understand it. Now, here's a little prediction. Do you see a Linkin Park song making it to the finals?
Honestly, I see the Linkin Park. I mean, it's locked in for the semifinals. I think that's as far as it goes. Yeah, because I think any other song that makes it to the semifinals would have to go through a murderer's row.
Yes,
and it'd almost be like Linkin Park fatigue. Like it'd be like by the time they get to that other song to the semifinals, you might be Linkin Parked out because
I could see that
because they're so strong. They're so strong it happens all the time where it's not always the best team that wins, because sometimes you have a real rough schedule. So by the time you get to those finals,
Yeah, because like you called it a murderer's row. That entire Lincoln Park bracket is a murderer's row, and like it's gonna go through some shit. It's gonna go through some.
I mean,
shit.
quite honestly, 4 or 5 of those songs could come out top, and no one would mind it
easily.
Yeah. So,
well, all right. We're gonna go ahead and sign off here. Oliver, why don't you give some plug skis? Where can everyone find you?
Hybrid Cain at Instagram, and that's about it, man. MadBash Studios, MadBash Wrestling, MadBash Productions. Other than that, I'm hoping to take as many bookings and travel around. So you could probably see me live. Just follow my Instagram.
Yeah, love it, love it. Chances are, if you see Oliver on a show, I'll be there with him, sitting at the merch table, helping out, doing all that shit. So, yeah, you can of course, you can find me at DWobs with a Z card shop on IG. MadBashStudios.com is of course the big plug ski there. You're going to find everything that you want from Mad Bash. Oliver, we're probably going to save you for not for paid show necessarily. We're probably going to get Madrox back on here for paid show, but you are we have not seen the last of Oliver Cain when it comes to this bracket, I feel like. So
this is my run in. Now I'm going to go eat dinner, and
yeah. Well,
I told everybody I was getting on the podcast, and that's when everybody came down to be loud. So I had to be dad all over for a little bit.
Well, you also you slammed a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before you got on here, right?
Yes, 2 of them.
Oh, 2 of them, my man, yes. my man. But all right, guys, for Oliver Cain, I have been Dickie Wabash, and we will see you down the road on some form of content.
See you guys.